Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, and their twin flame connection. Gemini, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, however, and if you'd like to sign up for one, or if you'd like to make a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance for that. So, Geminis, maybe you of all the signs have heard a lot about twin flame connections since your sign is representing the twins. But just in case you found yourself to this reading and you're not sure if you're in a twin flame connection, or you just want to know what it is, or you want to just hear some channel messages, welcome. In a nutshell, the twin flame connection is a spiritual connection between two people that share the same soul. So one energetic soul in two different people. And usually there is a chaser and a runner dynamic. One person is the chaser and they know that their twin is their person, their divine counterpart. They know it through and through. And they want to travel the journey of life together, while the runner is overwhelmed by all of this love and sometimes admiration. And in less evolved twins, there's a lot of codependency, and then they run. They can't handle it. It's too much pressure, it's too much responsibility, and they run. It forces the twins to understand a kind of spiritual reckoning within themselves and try to come to a spiritual awakening, at which time the twins realize what their spiritual gifts are and the path that they're supposed to follow in this lifetime. So I am also a twin flame, and my twin flame happens to be a Gemini. So when we were together, it was very intense, and when we separated, it was awful and just as intense. But it was through that separation and spiritual awakening that I had that I'm sitting here today reading tarot for you, because I discovered my clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient abilities that I always had. I just didn't know that I had them. I wasn't aware. I just, I thought that I just always kind of gave good advice. My whole life, people have been turning to me for advice. Never knew why. Turns out it wasn't me, it was spirit the whole time. So, wherever you lie in the twin flame journey, if you're the runner or the chaser, it is not easy. And so I wanted to do these readings to help twins everywhere gain a little bit more clarity on what they're going through, because it can be so rewarding and so awful at the same time. But get to a point where you just love your twin, whether or not they're physically with you. That is when you know that you've reached some kind of liberation point. And a lot of people connect with their twins in the astral realm or in dream state. Some twins have not reincarnated in the same lifetime together, but they know, they can sense their twin in the 5D. You don't have to be with your twin. It's a choice. But ultimately, the twin flame journey is about self-love and acceptance, and realizing that you're just fine just on your own. So we're going to be doing the reading today with Way of the Panda Tarot and pulling a overall energy from Caroline Miss's archetype cards. I chose the Panda deck because it's fun. And sometimes talking about twin flames can be really daunting. At least it is for me. So, Gem, I hope you're doing well. And if you are not in a twin flame connection, but you would like to hear a channeled message, there could be something here for you. Okay. The word you got is Avenger, and one of my candles just went out. I always light 2 candles for every reading that I do, and one of them just went out. You know, I don't take anything for granted when I read tarot. The sounds outside and everything going on around me. And, you know, the candles were on their last leg, so I'm going to light another one. But it's almost like I see spirit. You know, maybe you're both in separation. And God forbid if you've lost your twin, then I'm sorry. Or maybe you're just ending a cycle with them. A much needed ending. So I'm gonna burn some more Palo Santo. I always burn Palo Santo before every reading, and I did that for you, but I'm gonna burn some more just to cleanse the energy, to bless this connection. So, Avenger, the light attributes: desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself, and the shadow attribute, resorting to violence in the name of a cause. So we can see here this kind of mask. Immediately I'm drawn to the mask. You would think I would be drawn to the world map kind of as a cloak, but I'm drawn to the mask. It's the masks we wear, right? This is resonant for me in particular, for so many reasons, but I feel like there's a little bit of Robin Hood energy here, especially with the color. So your person or you could be somebody who, this came up in a couple of other readings. When I talked about Robin Hood, I was like, oh, maybe you work for a nonprofit. I hope everything is on the up and up, Gem, but you never know. Desire to balance the scales of justice. Your person could be a Libra, and a fellow air sign. Take it as it resonates. So we shall clarify what this card means. You know, maybe you're in separation right now because your twin is around the world, or maybe you are feeling like, you know, you have a higher calling to help others. Which is beautiful. But we shall see. 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards are clarifier. And I'll pull more cards if I have to. Okay, 4 cards out so far. Two more. All right, 8 cards down. No major arcana as of yet, but 2 aces. So the first 2 cards are going to be your energy. The second 2 will be your twins. But because twins mirror each other, feel free to flip the energies. The third pile will be the connection. And the fourth pile will be advice from Spirit. So we start with you, Gem. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Wands would normally talk about somebody who, number 1, is gorgeous, abundant, really kind of overcome with ideas, imagination, sitting pretty. I just heard sitting pretty. The Queen of Wands is the power behind the throne, behind the King of Wands. In particular, this queen, this suit, she's got, I always see her as having just a little bit more power than the king. But you have this card in the reverse. Sometimes the Queen of Wands in the reverse is an angry energy, a little resentful, and it's clarified by another queen in the reverse, Queen of Swords. This is your suit, Gem, air signs, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. 2 queens in reverse. Divine feminine energies, but it doesn't mean, you know, if you are of a different gender or you identify differently, it's all energy. It's not about gender. 2 queens in reverse. This queen in reverse in particular, normally Queen of Swords would want to seek out the truth, but in a way that affirms what she already knows. So it's like the Queen of Swords already knows what the truth is. She just wants you to tell her. There's a kind of a bravado to that. I always find with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords also known as like really witty, really funny, sarcastic even, but can be biting. But in the reverse, it's almost like she doesn't want to see something. There's like the truth of a situation that she doesn't want to look at right now. And this could be your energy. Perhaps this connection has left you feeling wanting, longing, and you're not used to that. You don't want to be in a position of vulnerability. It makes you upset. And the idea that you would even have a twin out there, that they would have such a pull on you, is infuriating. Let's get a clarifier. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Maybe your twin is a little fly-by-night and you're trying to turn that around. Maybe that's how you were. Maybe this, this is your energy kind of dashing around the world in the shadows. Maybe you were a little fly-by-night and you don't want to be that way anymore. Knight of Wands in the reverse is somebody who is a little bit more stable, a little bit more steady, and a little bit more authentic is what I just heard. Authentic. There's a little feeling of disempowerment right now with you, Gem. I don't necessarily feel like you are in the, and I don't want to think about it this way, because although I have thought about it this way, if I'll be honest with you, in terms of having a one-up over your twin, especially if they've hurt you, and it, I don't want to make excuses for your twin, but sometimes they know not what they do. And if you're the runner in the dynamic, or you're the chaser, whichever side you fall on, you don't like to be vulnerable. You don't like to be beholden or longing for, or just in a position where it's to your detriment somehow. I'm going to pull one more card on it because I feel like there's something that needs to be said that I haven't said it yet. 10 of Wands in the upright, 3 of Pentacles. This is still your energy, but take it as it resonates. Could there be a third party situation? Normally 3 of Pentacles, I wouldn't read it that way, but Spirit just, maybe it's the burden of knowing that your person is with somebody else at this time. Maybe they've taken on a soulmate or a karmic partner. Could be the thing that you don't want to look at. Maybe you just think that your imagination is running away with you. And maybe you think they're with somebody, but you don't actually know. It's just getting a little too crowded here. Maybe it's not a third party in terms of a relationship, but it's an energy that's pulling your twin away or pulling you away. It's a distraction. Take it as it resonates. So how's your twin doing this time? They're in a pretty good energy, I have to tell you. Ace of Wands and Imagination Station. This card is unique to this deck. And to me, it represents writing out your future, writing out your destiny, being responsible for conceiving it, mapping it out, making it a reality. Ace of Wands. Aces always bring new from Spirit. Ace of Wands talks about a passionate new beginning. It's almost weird. I know that's not what this is, but every time I look at this, it's almost like I see this as a surfboard, like to the side. And it's like this panda is Mr. Joe Cool. Joe Cool, Snoopy reference. Maybe you and your twin have a Snoopy reference. It's like he's about to hop on this surfboard that I imagine, and he's gonna ride the wave. Right now I'm hearing the conversation having to do with quantum mechanics, quantum physics, and the field. You know, people talk about the field. Think of the field as this cosmic ocean. Either you're riding those waves or you're not. And I feel as though your twin is, and you want your twin to up level, right? You both want to up level. So if it seems hard to hear, don't let it get to you. Be happy for your twin, because the more your twin prospers, the more that you prosper, and vice versa. Because you're like a cosmic team. And in the 5D, in the astral, you're rooting for each other. Dare I say, in this life. May hurt sometimes, but ultimately, I'm totally rooting for my twin. I want him to be happy. I want to be happy. And holding on to resentment is it's not the way to get there. Right? So your twin is just absolutely moving and shaking and baking and making it happen. I didn't mean for all those words to rhyme, it's just how it came out. Multi-layered, multifaceted, these beautiful pastel colors here. Could be colors that your twin wears. Maybe your twin likes rainbows. I see them taking charge of their own life at this time. Maybe it was hard for them to do that before. Let's get a clarifier. The King of Pentacles in reverse. They may not be doing as hot financially. They may be feeling a little scattered. See all this is scattered energy? But they're okay because they're manifesting it, right? They're coming up with new ideas. Maybe they're becoming entrepreneurial and they're working on it. I feel like that could have been something that was important in your connection, like an important sticking point. Like maybe you both talked about money and it was like a sore subject, something that you didn't want to look at. One more. Can you clarify the King of Pentacles in reverse, Spirit? Okay, 3 cards came out. The Page of Wands in the reverse. The Star in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. So all these cards in reverse. A card of blissfulness, a card of healing, and a card of new beginnings. Like little steps. This is a true new beginning. Right? But there's something, it's almost like they're wishing, right? They're wishing for this place, this happiness, this abundance, with family and soul tribe and blissfulness and joy, emotional stability and contentment. And it could be hard for them to take that passionate leap forward. You know, it's like, this may be hard to hear, Gem, and it's like, I'm really sorry if it's difficult, but I feel like they're trying to start over, looking for someone new, because there could be some distractions on your side, you know, and that's okay. You have to follow your path. But right now, there's a lot of burden. There's a lot of things that you're still holding on to. And you know, they've waited. I feel like they've waited, they've wished, and now they want something different for themselves. What is meant for you will never pass you by, right? Baba Jolie, my favorite tarot reader, and the tarot reader that introduced me to twin flames, because she herself is a twin flame. Spirit tells her, and Spirit is saying to me, don't wait for your twin. They will, if they're meant to be in your life, you won't be able to avoid it if they're meant to be in your life. But you don't want your twin at a frequency that's different from you, right? So whether or not you're up-leveling or they're up-leveling or you're both up-leveling and taking two different paths right now, try to be open with your heart chakra and allow newness to come in. Because right now, like, they're feeling a rejection on their part, and you're feeling a rejection on your part. So we have to kind of skip out of that energy. But I feel as though your twin is really, unless you know, identify with this pile, but I really feel like your twin is figuring out their stuff. You're really, really, you know, put pen to paper. It's like they're putting their money where their mouth is. They're actually making dreams come true. And it could be kind of scary, right? Looking for the perfect wave. I keep coming back to that. Looking back to this Avenger card. Desire to balance the scales of justice, righteousness on behalf of society or oneself. But then I heard self-righteousness. That can be very dangerous. A self-righteous attitude, thinking that you are above anyone. Maybe they were there, you know, maybe they were looking at you as to blame, and that was not correct. You were going through your own things, and maybe you tried to spare them from that. It's difficult to say. I feel like when I do these twin flame readings, I feel like the energies go in and out, in and out. And sometimes in a couple of the readings, I felt a lot of resistance. Like I felt a lot of pain in my left ear. It's like somebody's 5D self didn't want me to say something, or was really in denial about something. I don't feel that for your reading, but I feel as though there's this dreamy quality, Gem. There's like a, maybe because, you know, I'm a water sign, but I'm like it's all very sensical because it's your energy, but like there's a part of me that wants to make it dreamy. What's that about? I'm just gonna pull a card on that because, like, why is that impulse there? Okay. Strength card and the King of Swords in the reverse. King of Swords is Gemini energy. Every time I see this card, every time I see the King of Swords, I think about my twin. Anytime I get a reading that's for me and the King of Swords comes out, I'm like, oh, there he is. It's in reverse for you, Gem. Why would your card be in reverse? Perhaps because there's an ego death happening for you right now. That everything you thought you were, believed, held to be true is kind of being turned on its head right now. And isn't that funny? Isn't that so funny, right? All these cards in the deck, all of these cards. This is the card that reminds me of little Robin Hood that I was just mentioning before this reading started. There he is. Our little Avenger. You see? It's almost like this little Avenger in you. maybe there's a little Avenger in you that's trying to fight for you. That's what I see now. You're trying to like you're trying to fight for yourself. Maybe you're trying to fight for this connection. But it requires you to really let go of the preconceived notions that you had about your role in it. Take that as it resonates. How do I see the connection right now? Eight of Swords. I mean, look at that guy stuck in the tree. Eight of Swords talks about anxiety and analysis paralysis. Three of Cups in reverse. There's really no celebrating at this time. You both are feeling kind of longing and forlorn. It's temporary. Just please believe me, it's temporary. I really, you know, I don't want to bring myself into this reading, but because my twin is a gem, I really identify with this. And, you know, Spirit won't let me say anything to you that is not something that they want me to say, right? They trust and believe they would stop me. So I'm just gonna pull a clarifier on this, right? There could be a lot of overthinking right now about which direction to move in. What should I do? Should I give up on this twin flame connection, right? Here we have the Magician in the reverse. Also Gemini energy paired with Virgo. The Magician is the master manifester, the major arcana number 1. Somebody who knows that they have all the resources at their disposal to make their dreams come true. And the connection got it in the reverse. So feeling truly at your wit's end, disempowered right now. Like you're doubting Thomas. What is that from? The Bible? Where did that come from? I don't know what that has to do with anything. I don't even know that story. Maybe your twin's name is Thomas or Tom. Or their last name. There is a okay, I got it. Thank you, Spirit. I got it. It's so clear. There's something here. There's an energy here where either you or your twin, you're looking at something else. Like you're looking at someone else's situation. Let's say it's, for argument's sake, it's someone else's relationship. A friend, a neighbor, a family member, whatever. You're looking at their relationship and there's a little bit of envy there. It's not that you don't want that person to have prosperity. It's not that at all. It's that you look at that and you just wish you could have it for yourself. It's like there's something so beautiful inside of you that you want to give to someone else, but there's, you know, right now it doesn't feel like there's anybody there. Your twin's not there, no one else is there. Or if there's somebody there, and I just heard this, if you're in a karmic situation or a soulmate situation and something is just not working, you still feel alone. You're failing to see that there's something so beautiful right in front of you. And because you're so focused on something that someone else has. That's a very clear, Spirit gave me a very very clear example, a very clear example that happened today to someone else. And I had that epiphany as I was watching them covet something else that someone else had, when the whole time I was like, but look at this shiny new thing that's right here. And they could not hear me. They could not hear me. They were so fixated on something else that they failed to see the beautiful thing that was right in front of them. It was a really powerful epiphany, and I wondered why it was happening. And now I understand that that was the message I was supposed to give you today. Stop pining after something that's out there somewhere, and start to feel the love that you deserve within inside of you, right? Because like when you feel that self-love, then you're going to start to attract things to you, because then you're going to accept that you deserve those good things. This is clarified by what Spirit has here in reverse. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, two gestures of wanting someone, something, spirit, and a person wanting to give you something that is authentic, an opportunity, a message, a door opening. And right now, Spirit's telling me you're not taking it. You're not taking it because you can't see what's in front of you right now. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad about yourself, but like, there's just a lot of shifty movement. You're looking in other places. You know, what did Robin Hood do? He stole from the rich to give to the poor. And while that seems like, you know, he was so generous, it was, I mean, he was looking at everything that he didn't have, and so he had to take from other people. Now, in the story of Robin Hood, obviously this is a little complicated, because in the story of Robin Hood, I mean, the people that had all the money and all the riches, they were corrupt. I'm not talking about corrupt people. I'm talking about you looking at the prosperity of other people, people that are just as loving and just as giving and just as deserving. And you're just fixated on that. Don't fixate on that anymore. One more for the road, Spirit. One more for the road. Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. Makes me smile. It makes me smile because my twin and I showed up in this reading as predicted. You see how there's a disconnect? Queen of Cups is somebody who is generous, is giving, is loving, empathetic, compassionate. This is the advice Spirit is saying. It's not that they're like telling you to go out there and give everything away. No. But just open the heart chakra. Look at all the friends and family around you that love your company, that want to be in your company, that want to exchange ideas and time and energy with you in a healthy way. They want to take you out to dinner. They want to go on adventures, travel together, group of friends, family. They want to spend quality time. They want hugs and snuggles. They want to have philosophical conversation with you. Look at all of those people. Be in the present moment and enjoy and be grateful. That's the ticket. That's the ticket right there, Gem. This one was a heavy one, but I think Spirit gave you some pretty solid advice. Be in a state of gratefulness. I hope something resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Hit the bell notification if you'd like to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Jem.